Hi, Kevin. Leonard here again. Thank you for sending over the website URL. I had a chance to take a closer look at your website, and I revisited your post. And one thing that stuck out to me is that not only are you looking for SEO expertise, but you're also looking on strategies and implementation and how you can build your brand overall here in the future. So when I looked at your website and I jotted down some recommendations, I looked at it from a brand building perspective and also a specific SEO perspective. Now, first things first, doing a great job with the recipes. I saw that you're ranking for quite a few keywords from the bottom of page 1 to the bottom of page 3. So approximately position 7 through 30. And I like to call these low hanging fruit opportunities because with a little bit of SEO attention, perhaps some more links to these specific URLs, you can really position your website, those specific pages, to move on to page 1 and to higher onto page 1. And you have some really good searches here. You have as far as volume. So those are some opportunities. And if we were to collaborate, I'll definitely share these keywords so that you're on the same page. So maybe, for example, I see a lot of things ranking here for the oil-free mayonnaise recipe. So maybe we just go on that page, do a little bit of SEO cleanup, and that will help you get this page from number 27, bottom of page 3, to page 1. Because if you're behind, if you're after really, I would say mid page 1, you're not likely to get much organic traffic. So just something to think about there. That was number 1 on my list. Now, number 2, and that's kind of more from the brand building perspective, your content, while it's great, I think is best targeted to someone who's already a vegan. Maybe they've been a vegan for some time now, and maybe they're just looking for a good source for recipes or just looking for some new recipes to add to their repertoire. Now, I read through your About Us page, and your story really stuck with me because the situation you had at the doctor when they said your cholesterol was over 270, I imagine there are people every day who have those types of appointments. And where I'm getting at with this is, okay, if we were at the bottom of the funnel, let me see. Yeah, we were at the bottom of the funnel. Those people would be looking for recipes. They would be looking for maybe training courses if that's something you were offering in the future. But however, there are several stages before they get to that level. And I think at the very top of the stage, you're going to have people who they may be aware of a plant-based diet. They may be aware that they have some significant health issue that could pose a serious potential risk in the future, such as high cholesterol. And they know they need to make a change now in order for them to be around to see their kids grow up or see their life's goals in fruition. And for those people, they might not necessarily be looking for recipes. They may be looking for more general information about what are the benefits of a plant-based diet. What are some of the health conditions that a plant-based diet can help with? And this is more general information, but I think if we were to build out your blog more to where it's targeting these more general topics that are related to your site, but also you're kind of higher up in that funnel, that customer journey, or I should say that website visitor journey, that's going to get you to rank for more keywords, and that's going to help you expand your net. And then, by properly writing that content to where we're funneling them down a little bit more. So now that they're convinced that a plant-based diet is for them, now they may be thinking on how can they do this for their family. And so some of the keywords, I should say, targeting, vegan families, vegan family recipes, they do have some really good search volume. So vegan family recipes, 140 average searches per month, but not very competitive. Plant-based family, 50 searches per month, but also not very competitive. Vegan family meals on a budget, cheap vegan family meals, vegan family meals, plant-based family meal plan, and plant-based family. All low competitive keywords, and they do have some search volume. And when you combine all of those, if you were able to get some visibility for those phrases, I think one is going to improve your organic visibility for your brand. And number two, you're going to get more people who are going to be interested in the recipes that you have now on your website. So, kind of just a recap. Sorry, I don't have my diagram in front of me, but at the top, you have people who are considering a plant-based diet. In the middle, you may have people who already know they want to do plant-based. Now they're looking for a provider of recipes, just general information about how they can help convert their family to a plant-based diet. And then at the bottom, of course, you have your recipes. And if you do want to offer anything paid in the future, then that would be under recipes. So I think taking that approach with your blog would be a great way to boost your overall organic traffic, boost the number of keywords that you're visible for, and then get more subscribers onto your email list and so on. So, as far as blogs, what I see really popular in this space are listicle articles. So if you type in plant-based, actually, I think I still have it up here, plant-based family recipes, you can see here, other than this first result, a lot of these other search results are listicles. So, most of these are listicles. So I think, if you are open to blogging, we definitely should leverage the listicle uh, blog type in many of our blog articles. Okay, moving on. So number 4, I saw that you had a video page. I'm not sure I still have it up, but yeah, it's right here. I definitely see this as a big channel, not just for SEO. YouTube is the second largest search engine behind Google. And as you may know, Google owns YouTube. So any presence you build on YouTube is going to have a positive impact on your overall SEO. I think, that's one step further you can go. Okay, you offer these recipes, but this is how it actually looks when you're making a recipe. And building out a YouTube presence, I did a Google search. I didn't find anything for you. But I did notice that for many of the searches and keywords that we want to go for, there are YouTube video snippets in the search results. So that tells me that YouTube would be a very good channel for you to start building a presence. And YouTube, it's its own search engine, so there's different tactics that for SEO that apply to YouTube that we necessarily would not employ on your website. But I do see YouTube as a good opportunity for you to start boosting your visibility more. And when you take those YouTube video assets and you share them on your other social media profiles, you embed them here on your website, you're just going to get more of a benefit with that effort. Number 5, and actually before I get to the last part here, I did take a look at the technical SEO for your website. So overall, no major issues with your meta tags. The only thing I saw were missing alt tags. So alt tags are tags that are linked to your images, and in that tag you can put some type of phrase or keyword that describes the image. And so first, we need to make sure that those are there. I saw that there were 57 images on your site where there were missing the alt tags, but we also need to make sure that those are optimized for your target keywords. So other than that, I did take a look at the site speed. That's a big factor when it comes to site usability, and Google loves user-friendly websites. While overall the site speed was okay, I did see an opportunity where you can compress your images. And this is especially important on mobile phones where, if someone's using their data, it might not be as strong as their home or office internet connection. So you want to make sure that you take advantage of all those opportunities. But image compression is an opportunity that I did see for you. Other than that, I think this is pretty big. Structured data. So this is, sometimes referred to as structured data, sometimes it's referred to as JSON LD schema. But whatever the case, there's no implementations of it on your website. And so if you look at, some of these examples here, so these are all actually organic listings. But Google is pulling these specific snippets because they do have the recipe schema attached to these pages on these sites. And from my review, I didn't see that review schema on your site. So I think this is a great opportunity. Obviously, this section, there's images, is at the very top of the page. It's going to have a lot more visibility than the normal Google search results. So that's a really big opportunity, and you have a ton of recipes. You should be making sure that those are as visible as possible on the web. And lastly, link building. So from what I saw, your site, it has 16 referring domains. And, outside of content, building up that blog, doing some of these things with schema and, just targeting higher in the funnel content, backlink development is going to be a huge area of opportunity for you, but it's going to be a long-term effort. So here's why. So when I did a domain comparison, basically I typed in plant-based family recipes. I found these 4 websites that are ranking well, and then I compared them to your website. Let me zoom in here a bit so you can see. So the 2 most important metrics here to pay attention to, number one, is the domain rating. So this is pretty much a number that tells you how much authority your website has. So you can see these numbers range from 37 to 84 for your competitors, but you're at 1.4. So your website has little to no authority. And why that's important, Kevin, is that the more authority that your website has, the easier it will be for your pages to rank. Because with that authority comes trust. And right now, your website has little to no trust. So it's not going, your content is not going to get as much visibility as it could. Now, referring domains, that's the second row here. So this is pretty much the number of websites that are linking to you. So it's the number of unique websites. So as you can see here, these pages range, this number ranges from 414 to over 41,000. Now, I would say this is pretty unrealistic, in any immediate time frame. Parade.com is an old website, so they've been around for ages. But, this just goes to show you the effort that would be required to, for your link building. And so I would make, some of these smaller websites my first kind of goal and benchmark. And I would say based on your link velocity, the rate that you have acquired new backlinks, for the past few years since the website was started, you need to be very careful that you're not building links too fast. And for that reason, I would target these links, these numbers, maybe over 2 to 3 year span. So every month have a certain goal, figure that out. I would say based on what I saw, you might want to go for the 2-year timeline, just to avoid any Google penalty chances. But make that your goal. And then over time, you'll notice that as you start to improve your rankings, as you start to get more visibility, you're going to start acquiring backlinks without even having to do any manual work. People just know you as a trusted source. They're going to link to you. But I do see that as a big area of opportunity. And now just going back to the blog articles and the importance of blogging, it's much easier, especially if we're taking the approach of a, kind of higher in the funnel, expand the net wider. approach with your content, because people, website owners, they're a lot more open to linking to that educational content than recipes. And recipes, unless you have someone where the planets align and they want specific recipes with stew or specific recipes with chicken, it's going to be more challenging to get those backlinks. So, Kevin, that wraps up my video audit of your website. I hope this is helpful and provide some clarification on how I would approach your campaign. Um, I will share some other notes here in the message description in the messenger, but please reach out if you have any questions. So thanks for watching.